Okay, let's start with the today's experiment, that is to study the response of PN junction diode. Okay, so this is the apparatus required for the PN junction diode. DC voltmeter is required, ammeter is required, connecting leads, power supply and all that. And let's study it from the circuit diagram. Yes, so this is the circuit diagram for drawing the characteristics of the PN junction diode. This one is for the forward biasing and this one is for the reverse biasing. And you have seen here that in what is the difference between the forward and reverse biasing? Just opposing the connections of the battery. That means in the forward biased PN junction diode, the positive side of the battery is connected to the positive side of the diode. This is the symbol of diode. Okay, the positive side of battery is connected to the positive side of diode, and the negative side of diode is connected with the negative side of battery. But in case of the reverse biasing, the negative side of battery is connected with the positive side of diode, and the negative side of diode is connected with the positive side of battery. Okay, so this one is the circuit diagram. This is the battery DC source. This one is the rheostat just to vary the resistance. This one is the voltmeter that is always connected in parallel to the battery. This is the diode, again one resistance just to control the flow of current. And this one is the ammeter to check the current flowing in the circuit, and similarly in this circuit. And this one is the on off switch. Okay, so this one is the circuit diagram for the forward biasing and reverse biasing of the PN junction diode. And now we are going to perform this experiment on the virtual lab, and you have to take the observations in this form of table. Like for the forward biasing, take the various readings for the voltmeter and for ammeter, and similarly take readings for reverse biasing also. But one thing to note down here, that in case of forward biasing, the ammeter readings will be measured in the milliamperes. Okay, whereas in case of reverse biasing, it is in the microamperes. So why is it so? Because a very small current flow in case of the reverse biasing. Okay, in case of the forward biasing, the flow of current is due to the majority carriers, but in case of reverse biasing, the flow of current is due to the minority carriers. So the magnitude of the current is very less. So that's why the current is measured in the form of microampere, whereas in case of forward biasing, it is measured in the form of milliamperes. A little bit more current is there in comparison to the reverse biasing. So you have to take different readings, take 6 to 7 readings, and then you have to plot the characteristics. And these are the characteristics for the forward biasing and for the reverse biasing. But in case of reverse biasing, there is no flow of current, will be no conduction, just the breakdown occurs after some particular voltage. Okay, and at this breakdown, the current abruptly increase and the diode may damage. Okay, but in case of forward biasing, firstly, on applying the voltage, there is very small increase in current. Just see here, on applying the voltage, there is very small increase in current, but at particular voltage, at this point, the current starts increasing abruptly. Okay, and this point is called as the knee voltage. Okay, this point is called as knee voltage. So these characteristics you have to plot on the graph paper. And so these are the for the PN junction diode. Okay, now let's start performing this PN junction diode characteristics through the virtual lab available here. And for this virtual lab, just you have seen here, this one is the battery. This is the battery. This one is the rheostat. Okay, this is the rheostat, that is to vary the resistance. Okay, and this one is the ammeter. This one is voltmeter. This is a switch, and this one is the diode. Okay, and you have seen here that in this diode, one side is black and this side is gray. Okay, and the gray side of the battery diode is the negative side, and that side is the positive side. And now we have to, firstly, in this virtual lab, you have to make the connections. Okay, so for the connections, you have to follow the same circuit diagram which we have seen earlier in the PDF. And for this, firstly connect the battery to the rheostat. The positive side of the battery is connected here like this to one end of the rheostat, and then the negative side of the battery is connected to the switch, on off switch. On off switch is there, and the other end of the switch is connected to the other end of the rheostat like this. Okay, and then you have to connect, after rheostat, connect the diode across it. From here, connect to the positive side of the diode like this, and then the negative side of the diode is connect to the ammeter like here. Okay, and the negative side of the ammeter, this red means positive side and this black means the negative side. Okay, and here the negative side of ammeter is again connected to the rheostat like this. Now as we know that the voltmeter is connected in parallel always. Okay, so the voltmeter is connected across this rheostat in parallel combination, and so for that, connect the positive side of the voltmeter here, and the negative side of the voltmeter is connected here like this. And with this, our connections are complete for the forward biasing. See here, here it comes the forward biasing. Okay, you can perform the reverse biasing also. And one thing more, if you forget how to connect these different connections, you can take help. Just click here, show the circuit diagram. So this circuit diagram will appear. And from this circuit diagram, you can see that the positive side of battery is connected to the positive of rheostat. The negative is connected to the switch. The other side of switch is connected to the rheostat. Okay. Then one end of the rheostat is connected to the positive of the diode. The negative of diode is connected to the positive of ammeter. Okay, and the negative of ammeter is again connected to the negative of the rheostat, and voltmeter is connected between these two terminals of the rheostat. That means where the positive of battery is connected now, that at that terminal no other connections are connected. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram. You can take help from this circuit diagram while performing the connections. And so these are the connections. Now here the message appears to insert the key. Now simply insert the key like this. Okay, and you have to take the note down the readings in your notebook. Okay, because there is no that is possibility of making the table here and graph. So you have to take down the readings from the notebook, and now you have to vary this rheostat. Okay, like this. Firstly, take down the first reading like 0 and 0.3. See, the current is 0 and the voltage is 0.3, and slightly move the rheostat, still the current is 0 and the voltage is 0.3, 0.6, and slightly increase the voltage. Okay, and here you have seen that the voltage is 0.21 and still the current is 0. Okay, now you can also move the rheostat from here also. Okay, like slightly increase the voltage until there is some little current appears like here. Okay, here the voltage is 0.48 and the current is 0.1. Okay, now with the little increase 0.5, the current is 0.2. So you have to note down these different set of readings in your notebook, and finally you have to draw the graph. Okay, now slightly increase the voltage 0.6, current becomes 1.3. Now you see that the current starts increasing abruptly after a little change. Here is 0.6, current is 8.2. Okay, here is 0.7, current is 51. So 0.8, current is 328. So after some particular voltage, the current starts increasing abruptly, and that voltage is called as the knee voltage. So these are the readings for the forward biasing of the current. Now for the reverse biasing. For the reverse biasing, just you have to select reverse biasing here. Now see the change in the circuit. When I'm going to press here reverse biasing, you have seen here that the only the diode terminals will change. Rest of the terminals will remain the same. Okay, just I'm going to click here the reverse biasing, and you see the change in the diode terminals. Okay, the diode terminals, now the positive of the diode is connected to the negative of the battery, and the negative of diode is connected to the positive of the battery. I'm again show you for reverse biasing. Here the diode changes, and for reverse biasing again changes. Now in the same procedure, just increase the value of voltage, changing the resistance, rheostat, voltage increases, but the current remains zero because there is no conduction, or the conduction is very little. Okay, it's not visible here. And upon increasing the current voltage, there is no increase in the current. The current still shows you the zero reading. So this is how you have to perform the PN junction diode experiment through the virtual lab. Now see one more like this. Firstly, start with the forward biasing. This is another virtual lab available, and these connections are already made here, and just you have to change the voltage and note down the readings and then plot the graph. Like, just increase the voltage. Firstly, it is 0 0, so add the first reading 0 0. Okay, add the first reading 0 0 by pressing this add to table. Now increase the voltage a little, increase the voltage like this. Okay, now add to table, just a little more increase like this. Here is the no current is there. Just clear the values and start performing it again. Decrease the resistance to a very small value so that some amount of current will flow in the circuit. I have set it to approximately 163 ohms, and then start with the lower value of the voltage. First reading is 0 0. Now slightly move the voltage, then add to table, then again till some currents flowing in the circuit. Firstly, select the diode, then set the resistance to minimum voltage. Now vary the DC voltage, taking the first reading as 0 0. Now slightly increase the voltage like here. Okay, just at the table there is a small current. Okay, increase the voltage, add to the table, then increase the voltage in steps. Similarly, you have to take 6 to 7 readings like this. So you have seen here, or you have observed here from the table, that there is, for the small change in voltage, there is large change in the current. Okay, the current increases abruptly in comparison to the voltage, and here the current is in the milliamperes. The current is in milliamperes. So let's increase the voltage again, add to the table, then increase again, add to the table, and set it to the maximum value. And so this is be our final reading. Then this is the table you got from these readings, and now press this plot and you got this graph. So these are the forward biasing characteristics. Okay, and similarly you can be able to perform the reverse biasing characteristics also. See here the different readings that we have taken. Okay, these are the different readings. Now similarly perform the reverse biasing. Either shift to the reverse biasing directly from here, or you can check in the separate. Yes, now this is for the reverse biasing. Just select the diode first. So this one is my diode. So this one is the reverse voltage appeared. Set the resistance to some particular minimum value and start with the voltage. First reading, add to the table. There's a very small current, and now the current is in the microamperes. Okay, now the current is in microamperes. Slightly increase the voltage, and you have seen that current remains same. You have little increase in voltage, small increase in voltage, but the current remains same. No change in the current. Okay. Again, slightly increase the voltage, add to the table. Okay, slightly increase the voltage, add to the table. Similarly, you have to take 6 to 7 readings for that also. So this one is the maximum voltage that appear across here. Okay, so this is how to perform the reverse bias and forward bias characteristics from the virtual lab experiment. And now this is the kit available in the college for performing the PN junction diode characteristics with the regulated power supply. And in this case, firstly, we have to make the different connections for the forward biasing, and then for the reverse biasing. This one is the voltmeter, okay, and this one is the ammeter. And this ammeter shows you the reading for both milliammeter and for the microammeter, for both. Okay, this one is the on off switch, here is the power indicator, and this one is the knob to vary the voltage. Okay, this one, these are the connections across the diode, and this is the connections which are connected to the voltmeter. Now let's start with the video. And firstly, we have to make the connections. Just connecting the voltmeter across the supply, like positive is connected to the positive and negative is connected to the negative. Now the positive side of this voltmeter is connected to the positive side of diode for the forward biasing, and the negative side of diode is connected to the positive of milliammeter. See here, the negative of milliammeter is now again connected to the this circuit, okay, to the negative of this main supply. So this completes our circuit for the forward biasing. So this is how the forward biasing experiment is performed in the laboratory kit. Now just see the readings. Now we have to vary this volt, switch on the supply. This is the power, this one is the voltmeter, this one is the current. So you have to move this knob and note down the readings corresponding to the voltage and current. But the current here is in the milliammeter because we make the connections for the forward biasing just. Okay. So this one is the how the forward biasing connections are performed. Now I am going to reverse the connections. Just reverse the connections across the diode for the reverse biasing. The positive of battery is connected to the negative of the diode and negative is connected to the positive side. So this one is the connections for the reverse biasing. And now I have shifted the milliammeter to the microammeter side. Here is the range is 100. See here the range 0 to 100 for the microammeter. And again, switch on the supply, and you have to take the different readings by just changing the value of voltage and the corresponding currents. And see here the current is very small. Okay, so very small current is there, that is in the microammeters, microamperes current is flowing in the circuit. So this is how the characteristics are plotted for the PN junction diode for both the forward biasing and the reverse biasing connections.